YouTube, it's Wolfie. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Today we are playing HOI4 with the Fallout mod Old World Blues. As you can tell, we have several sub-mods filling in the map. We got, except for Florida in the Caribbean. We got the East Coast over here. Let's see. Not sure what year this is. See. Here's the East Coast. Yep. With the DC and Fallout 3 location. Looking for where is Fallout 4's plot? Oh yeah, Massachusetts. Okay, up here in Massachusetts. Uh, there is no institute. There's no institute up here. Alrighty then. No institute. Got every other faction I can think of, but no institute. Okay. Well, we got the East Coast. Uh, we got Far Harbor up north. And general factions. I think this is the regular guys. Uh, Minutemen. The Minutemen. Then we got traditional Old War Blues West Coast with both the and Mexico. We got the northern bit of Canada, and then we got Canada all filled through. Then we got Midwest, except for Florida. Everything except for Florida and Caribbean. We are going to play. Where is it? Oh yeah, MacArthur. We're going to play MacArthur. Okay. For those who don't know, with Horror 4, there's several icons at the top that you have to click to that remind you to do things. One, you got your factories. Always want to produce civilian factories at first. Then you got your focuses. With the Old War Blues mod, there's 3 or 4 focuses at the beginning. Now it's time to select our research. We got 4 research slots. What do I want? I think industry. Oh yeah, food, because manpower is an issue. Manpower is a huge issue. Research, because research is always a whole lot better. And do I want this one? Let's see. Benefits are fairly good. Or do I want the other one? Ooh. I don't think I want this one. I think I want the first one. I'm looking at it, and the max amount of factories is less on this one. This one only has slightly more, and that one has more manpower and more max amount of factories. The other one does not. Last research slot. What do I want? Now, this is definitely not something that's a go-to. I have a lot of irons in this, but I am no expert by a long shot.
Hello, sir.
I haven't played this game in a while. Um, in shift click, I don't know if I showed that, but you can shift click the little infantry icon at the top to select all your units, and then you can click down at the bottom to put them in an army. And then you can left click to set your army's general. Always good to have some units trained up.
What do you need?
Your units that's getting trained up needs both manpower and equipment. Manpower is a limited resource when it comes to this. Well, here we go. They're trying to make me pay a fee to stop them from raiding me. Yeah, they can shove that fee somewhere. These guys over here are trying to make me pay a fee to stop them from raiding me. They can, yeah, no, I'm good. They want to raid me, they can. I have, and then here's another one, because we are surrounded by tribes that like to raid, and they demand a bribe. It's these guys over here that demanding a bribe to stop them from possibly raiding me. They won't. They won't raid me. They haven't in the other games that I played just to make sure everything works right. Now, do I want to go with this option or this option? Now, I will say manpower is a really big issue, like I've said, in this mod pack. And this gives me some manpower. But I think it gives me uh let's see. Do I want this one or that one? I do need the equipment. These guys are a little bit better on manpower and equipment. And the equipment will definitely do me a little bit better on this time around. Now, I'm wondering if I should have more than two? Two, or just one. And I think I'm going to do one and two sets of one. For now. Because right now, I don't have the equipment to train one unit up, much less more than one. Now, here's the equipment that we just got from that decision from the focus tree. Do we want a civil war? No. Nah. I don't. I'm going to disable the civil war because I haven't played this in a pretty good while, and I'm wanting a game to kind of get me back into this and not super hard all at once. Now, eventually, oh, here we go. Do we want civilian workshops or arms workshops? Civilian workshops is what I usually go with because you can use civilian to build arms workshops. And eventually, we are. I set my army up to the north because they are going to be raiding us also. And I believe they are. They might not. But either way, you have to set the army up somewhere, and up north, close to both the other two, is the best place to put it anyway. Now, do I want to add resource production or add factory output? Factory output sounds good. And now we set up our country. Now we're going to do manpower to do army experience so that we can use it to put those two things, both the anti-tank guns and using those support equipment, because right now we are producing support equipment and anti-tank guns without having them in any units. So we are going to edit our unit and add anti-tank and some kind of support unit into our armies. That gives us 2,000 caps. Okay, now we are needing to set up for using support equipment. And I'm going to set up pill powder because, again, manpower is an issue. we almost have enough infantry equipment for 1 unit. Can we buy infantry equipment? We can't. We can buy power armor. We buy power armor for them and get better power armor for my power armor infantry. Research for better research is done. Let's research. The further research, the better our research. That's a big old long list of text. I'll let you pause the video and read it if you want. So, do we want to go with this option? Division attrition minus 10%, army cell consumption minus 10%, or heavy machine guns. Well, we haven't unlocked heavy machine guns or put them into our armies, so the attrition is probably the better option. Yeah, I think the minus 10% attrition's the better option. That'll help us with manpower. As you can see, we don't have. Now we have the Missoula as a market. That's our. See, state population changes by plus 10,000. Now that is state population, not manpower. Manpower is a percentage of your population. So we'll get a percentage of that in terms of manpower. Getting very close to having enough infantry equipment. Need 144 units. This is us helping out those over in Chicago. And then over here you can see, where is it? Chicago. Yeah, down here, Chicago. There you are. Chicago Enclave. We're helping these guys out. Because if you didn't know, we are also part of the Enclave. We're just over here on the West Coast. We're over here helping these guys out. Focus is done. Alright, do we want to add scrap metal production and research bonus? Yeah, maybe. Ooh. Infantry equipment. We can always use the infantry equipment. Chicago will take some water though, but water isn't that big of an issue right now. Alright, so do we want to protect the homesteaders or protect the caravans? War support is kind of hard to get back sometimes. Manpower again is very hard to come by, but right now we're not doing so bad on manpower. And if our war support gets too bad, then our actual manpower takes a huge hit. We are 75% of 89 to training this guy. we're going to do the next set of factory research, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably best. Or construction. Construction sounds good. Because you can construct faster if you have better construction tech. Let's add the anti-tank in. I am right now. I am voiceovering this because the actual recording of the audio didn't do too well. And now rewatching it, I see where I messed up. I hit the duplicate button, and it didn't save the actual unit. Didn't save the actual change. Added the tank in, but it did not save the change. Hit the duplicate button instead of the save button, so it did not save the change. And if you see this, it produces a bunch of outposts, but I'm not sure where it produces those outposts. I'm looking at every single state here. Oh, accidentally clicked the airfield. And yet, I cannot, for the life of me, find where it puts those outposts at. I don't see no name of cities. I don't see no name of the states. Like, I'm like, what? Where are you putting these? So I'm looking at the fact focus again. Oh, wait a second. Elk Bent is where, now I'm looking at it again. It's putting them in Elk Bent. So I decided not to do that one at the moment. Get research bonuses on Elk Bent. And here I am typing in the Gibson whatever, and it pops it over there. That's Sacagawea Ridge, that's Lincoln. See, I think it's over there, but I don't think it is now. When I recorded this, that's where I thought it was. See, it says Edson Flats or whatever, and the focus. Alright, the doctrines are in the research tree. I forgot about that.
I'm so tired.
We'll set them to train so we get. No, stop them from training so they get their readiness back. We were having them train to gain experience, but we got experience with the focus. You can also train them up from recruit to regular to trained with that train button. We finished producing a unit.
Hello, sir.
Let's put them in an army and then set him up with a general and then set him up to guard this front up here. Now there is 2 slots up here. There's one there and one there.
Hey there.
So at least 2 guys before we actually fight this nation up here. The northern army will hold and the southern army will attack. Though Now I'm thinking about it. I might want to flip that and see the problem with that is that the northern front is super small and the southern front is big. So I guess I'm gonna have to go this way. Might be able to do some pushing. Do we want fighters or close air support? I think I'm gonna go with close air support. Get that one started. We got our healing powder started. We researched. So now we can add those. Let's get some motorized going. To get rid of that, I right-clicked, by the way. Let's edit this. Let's add some anti-tank. Let's add some chems. Let's not do the same mistake, and let's actually click save. Alright. Anti-tank and support equipment are added. Now I'm actually producing them for a unit. Research for food is done. I think I'm going to do the third research for food because, again, manpower is a big thing in this mod. We can probably use more power armor. We can't. We do have the power to spare, so let's go ahead and buy those. Power armor. 50 units advanced. We do. That's the only thing we could actually buy. Getting fairly close to fully equipping the other division, and about halfway with the second division. Infantry equipment is the only thing that's really holding us back. These guys usually fully controlled by New California Republic. These guys are being supported by New California Republic, and Susang is being supported by Xi. Huh? No, Fusang. Fusang. Are they being supported by Xi? Yes, they are being supported by Xi. Okay. Usually them. In the other version I played, this was fully controlled by NCR. Huh. What do you know? We got the power to spare, so we're going to help them out. That's Chicago. That's the Enclave in Chicago. Say that was a bit of a crash. We're back on here. we're going to give them a bit of help. Didn't lose much progress. Now, do we want to... Let's see. Team October received an odd request. A group of mothers, wives, and siblings of convicts shipped east asked the corporal to check into where their families were going. Now, I believe if I'm correct, the corporal is actually Ellen Santiago's daughter. Let's see. Although, of course, Ellen Santiago is adamant that all labor conscripts are taken care of. Their families haven't heard from them in months and would like the corporal to investigate. This is silly, of course. Ellen Santiago knows what's best, and let's see. So, we are going to investigate. Now, we can spend 75,000 cash or 25 political power. If you want to forget, try the hard stuff. That basically sounds like... See, our focus is done. See, oh yeah. See, our technology for special forces is intermediate. Wait a minute. Thought thought it's intermediate. Why is power armor sophisticated? Is power armor a separate thing? Tech levels. See, special forces. Power armor is separate thing, and it's sophisticated. And special forces intermediate. Okay. Alrighty then. So, as you can tell, we got infantry is sophisticated, support is sophisticated. And we went over the other two. Vehicles as intermediate, robotics as intermediate, no creatures. Aircraft we will be getting as sophisticated. Naval vessels as intermediate. Industry as sophisticated. Electronics is intermediate. Construction is intermediate. And exploration is sophisticated. Now, with us being the Enclave, I would imagine that now we're going to research towards our close air support, but with us being an Enclave, I would imagine that we would unlock more sophisticated technology as time went on. Hmm. Let's see. So we're working towards sophisticated, but let's get another research boost to our power armor. We're gonna stop here for now. Like, subscribe, comment, and have a wonderful day.